Go.
Well, I don't know if anybody's even on it. I don't know how any of this works. So let's just wait.
I'm going to be watching this.
Yeah, I want you to read the comments. It says the comments will appear here, so you read those. So if anybody has a question or anything,
Okay.
read it to me and tell me who's asked.
All right. Come on,
If anybody's
people.
here, tell me on the messages, on the comments.
No one's commenting. No.
I don't know how to tell anything. Oh, one person is watching. Okay, wait a minute. Who's watching?
Can you see? Can you see who's watching?
I bet I know who it is, but we'll see.
Who's this?
Comment and tell me when you're here.
Invite you.
Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Cheryl Martinez is watching. Okay.
Hi, Nana.
Now 3 people are. It should pop up and tell me who's here. Sup, cousin?
I like that everyone's joining. Hello, Austin. See, it shows up right there.
Austin Hill is watching. Who else? I just need to make sure
I'm
Nana's on there. I just need to make sure my dad gets on there.
Everyone needs.
You know, maybe we'll just start. Should I just start?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just start. Just start.
Okay.
It's not that bad. Begin with what you begin with. While cooking this.
Okay. So I am going to attempt to do a competition. It's a cooking competition, and I wanted to start with videos. And I don't even know if the live thing is going to work out in the end, but I don't know how to edit videos. So this is what I'm starting with, but I wanted all my friends and family to kind of watch and give me feedback, tell me what you like, what we don't like, all that kind of stuff. I'm cooking sausage soup, Austin. And it's actually my take on the Toscano soup from Olive Garden. When Kyle and I lived at the apartment, I just didn't have a whole lot of ingredients, and this kind of just came to me, and it just kind of has evolved throughout the last few years and is what it is now. So that's what I'm going to be making. You'll need spaghetti squash, salt, pepper, olive oil, potatoes. Really any kind of potato will work. Today I have yellow potatoes. They were on sale, and they're absolutely delicious, and you don't have to peel them. And anything to make anything easier for me with 2 kids and a husband and dogs and a house and all the other things, I'm going to take what I can get. So I normally buy yellow or red potatoes because you don't necessarily have to peel them. You can use russets as well. It doesn't really matter. You could even use purple potatoes. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just using yellow today. Do you want to say hi? Also, 6 or 7 fat cloves of garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can omit it. But the garlic makes the soup. I think in the original recipe, it's something like 22 or 24 cloves of garlic that people use in the original recipe. I use like 6 or 7 big old fat ones. The sausage that I use too, I like a mild Italian sausage. You can use hot, you can use whatever you want. This one I get at Kent's, and the flavor of it is freaking delicious. I will honestly just open this and fry it up and just snack on it throughout the day because it's that good. So, and then you'll need kale, heavy cream, and beans. And it doesn't really matter on the beans either. I use, let's open.
Butter beans.
Stop. This is a butter bean, and Great Northern beans are the 2 that I mainly use. But it really doesn't matter what kind of bean. I just prefer the white ones in this soup. And then chicken broth or chicken stock. They didn't have, Knoll, I think is how you pronounce it, makes these little stock jellies that you just add water to. And that's normally what I use in this soup, but they didn't have that when I went to the grocery store, so I'm just using regular old chicken stock that I'll kind of help season up and flavor a little bit myself anyways. So, let's start with the spaghetti squash, because it's, oh, and you need squash, I'm sorry. It started out I started out using butternut, but I felt like it kind of fell apart, so I ended up using spaghetti, kind of like a noodle, and it worked really well. And these take a while to cook. However, I do have a Instant Pot pressure cooker, so it kind of like just cuts the time a little bit. But you can also cook this in the stove. And what I normally do with it is you cut off the ends and
So tall.
it was on my tiptoes. Cut it in half. They're hard to cut. And then you're going to want to scrape out the seeds in the middle. Would you do that for me, Kate?
How do I do that?
Just get a spoon and you're going to just scrape out the seeds in the middle. And then if you're cooking it in the stove, just put water in the bottom of a baking dish, about 1 inch of water, a little bit of salt, and I always put olive oil on my squash, and then I put it cut side down after you've cleaned it out at 450 in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's nice and squishy and has like a really good
Texture?
squishy texture. Yeah, I like them. Kyle especially likes it like super mushy. And then while Kylie's doing that, your potatoes, you just want to cut in small chunks, probably 1/4 inch chunks. I like to keep them small, about the size of your beans that you're using, just so everything is kind of like shapes and sizes, so it all cooks evenly. Something else, yeah, just throw it in the garbage.
Okay.
And then get out the middle of the Instant Pot for me.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought. Sorry guys. This is a learning curve for me, and I'm really nervous and I don't know why. Anyways, like shapes and sizes of your potatoes. Go with that right now. And then your Italian sausage, you're going to start with that. Just put a couple of turns of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. And do the other one. And then you want it, it's going to take a minute for it to like really cook, because you want it to get like this really nice maroonish brown color, and it's kind of like crispy on the edges. And then that's when you add the garlic. I like to make sure that all my prep work is done, and I should have done part of this before I did the live video, live and learn. But I like to have everything set and ready, because once the sausage is browned, I kind of move a little bit more quickly, because garlic burns really quickly. And because I have it, the pot at such a high temperature to get that really nice color on the sausage, you have to like put the garlic in, stir it for like maybe 45 seconds to a minute, and then you have to automatically add your water and stuff, because you don't want to burn the garlic, or otherwise you're going to get a nasty flavor. Are you done with that? Am I talking too fast, guys? Hi, Mom.
No, I don't
Sorry.
think you have to do that.
No? Okay. Anyways, okay. So let's go ahead and get the sausage started. Kylie, when you're done with that squash, let me know so we can get it in the Instant Pot. If you are using an Instant Pot as well for your squash, you don't technically have to cut it in half or any of that kind of stuff. But I do, because I'm scared that it's going to blow up in my Instant Pot. I just have a fear of that. So, love you too, Mom. So I cut it in half anyways, but you need like a cup of water in the bottom of your Instant Pot, and then it's like 8 to 10 minutes that you cook it on high, and it'll be perfect. So let's go ahead and get the sausage started. Kylie, would you come grab the camera, honey?
Yes.
I might switch to just videos, guys, because this is kind of hard to
Do?
Yeah.
Grab the phone.
Yeah, grab the phone.
Oh God.
You might want to turn the, I don't know, hit the front button. No.
This?
Oh yeah, right there. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, big stock pot on high, olive oil, and your ground sausage, whatever kind you like. Like I said, I use the mild Italian, but it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Okay. What am I supposed to?
Hold on, let me grab my spoon. You just want to break it up a little bit so you get little chunks throughout the soup. And then you're just going to let that start cooking, because it's going to take a minute to get that really nice, dark, rich flavor and color. So just kind of like that. Just make sure it's going to start going. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Alright. So we'll let that get going. And then we'll come back over here and cut potatoes and all that.
Okay. I think at this point I'm just going to hold the phone right now.
Is that easier for you?
Yeah.
Okay, read the comments and see if anybody has any questions about it or anything.
Do any of you have any questions? Because there's not really any questions.
No? Okay.
Nope.
There we go then. Okay, garlic. Super simple to smack it with the back of your knife. Most people know that. So get that filled up. And I like to have that grated and ready, like I said before. Just have everything ready to throw right into the sauce pot once that sausage is ready and the garlic is cooked.
Am I bad at holding this camera?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm terrible.
Okay.
It's my shaky hand.
What?
Just
You can put
keep
it back
on
on the stand if you'd like.
No, it's fine. I'll just
Okay.
hold it.
Next time I think we'll have stuff pre-ready to go because that'll make it a little bit easier and a little more fast-paced. I feel like I'm taking a long time doing all this. But whatever. Okay. Also, to make things easier, instead of chopping up my garlic, I use like a fine grater or a microplane, and that just makes it easy and really quick so I'm not having to use my knife so much because I'm lazy sometimes. Okay. There we go. So that's all ready to just be grated right into the stock pot when it's ready to go. I'm gonna give
Mrs.
that.
Carter is watching.
Mrs. Carter's is? Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's fine.
All right. I'm gonna stir that sausage and get that squash going. You never got me. Oh yeah, you did get me the insert. Good job.
Yeah.
Also, while the sausage is in here, I just give it a nice pinch of salt. Get all that stuff going. All right. What's everybody else having for dinner? Let's start there so we can fill in some awkward silence, guys. Sorry. Anything?
Nope.
Okay, that's
Only 3 people are watching.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's probably Nana and my mom and maybe my dad.
Yeah. It's Nana.
Okay. Hold on, I ended up with a message.
I got it.
Okay, get out of that and go into my messenger. Okay. So, like shapes and sizes. Get all this chopped. Oh, I guess I didn't tell you how many potatoes either. So it depends on your family size, but for a family of 4, I end up with a huge pot of soup. And I'll freeze half of it. If you are going to freeze it, you're going to want to wait to add your heavy cream until you've taken out what you want to freeze. So don't add it in until you take out what you want to freeze. And then when you do use your frozen soup, then you'll add your heavy cream in. Just makes it a little more creamy and nice that way. And it doesn't, it's like it kind of separates or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know what you would call that. So, alright. Anyway, so your potatoes, it just kind of depends on your family. For me, there was probably 9 or 10 of these smaller potatoes. But like a decent size, this is a small mixing bowl, so something like that. But like I said, I do freeze a lot of the soup, and if Kyle's guys are on here, They will be livid if I don't save them some soup. So I probably won't end up freezing any of this because they'll be mad at me. This is pretty much everyone's favorite that I make.
There's a lot of potatoes.
Yes. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about anything?
I think I've gone over everything, Kate.
We have to fill in silent, awkward moments.
Okay. Something else I do with my potatoes is when I'm done getting them chopped, and I normally have this pre-done and ready, and I should have done that beforehand. Learning curve. I do fill this with water, just because I don't like my potatoes to get that weird brown color. They're still fine. You can still eat them. I've used them before, but I just don't like that brown color, so I cover them with water. And while I'm over here, I'm going to stir my sausage. You can just stay right there, Kate.
Okay. Yeah.
Fill that with water. Set this by my stove. Yeah, it's already cooked. Now we just gotta wait for it to get that really nice, yummy, brown, brownish color on it. Add a little bit more oil to that as well. Okay, and then your beans, I strain mine, and I also rinse my beans. It kind of gets that funky canned flavor out. You can also use dried beans. That's totally fine. With the pressure cooker, it makes it a lot easier to do something like that. But yeah, anyway, let's get that started too.
Should I come over there?
No, that's fine. You can stay right there.
Okay.
Put olive oil in there and salt.
Olive oil. So what? Do you pre-boil the potatoes first?
No, they'll cook in the soup
Okay.
along with everything else. So I just get the sausage really brown because I like the flavor of it, and I also like my garlic to get sauteed in it and make it taste better. Okay, let's do 10 minutes on that. Okay, so that's set and ready. My steam. Yeah.
Hi.
Pressure cooker on. Okay. And then I'm just going to get these in a strainer in the sink and give them a rinse. And they'll be ready. And this is starting to get good color on it. Let it go a little bit longer, and then you can come over and show the color on the soup.
Now?
On the sausage.
The sausage, not the soup.
Not yet. It will be though.
It's good. It's looking good.
So 1 can of Great Northern, and then I did 2 of the butterbean. The butterbean is my favorite, so let me just give it a quick rinse, get all that nasty, silty water off of them, and try and get that canned flavor out a little bit. Okay, those will be ready to throw in when we're ready.
Yay! Everyone's Nana and Jody said that I am good at holding the camera.
Nana said you're good at holding the camera? Oh.
Yeah, and
Wait, Kylie, can you? I don't know if you guys can see this, like, maroonish color.
it's not fucking up the camera, so
It's not?
no.
It's just a really dark color that you want to get on the sausage, and I try and make sure all of it gets that nice dark color. Okay, let's go ahead and grate up the garlic.
Ooh. Moving this.
Let's get this pre-grated, so once that sausage is ready, which it will be any moment, we can just throw it all right in, and we don't have to wait around for it, or wait and risk burning it. That pan is extremely hot.
What?
Nothing. It's weird to be
It's not weird. This is something that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I didn't think it through.
Well, you've been wanting to do this for, I don't even know,
Okay.
Can you use bottled garlic?
Yes, you can. It's not going to give the same flavor, I don't think. I use bottled garlic occasionally, and my aunt is probably going to say something about that. I do use it sometimes, like on my one sheet meals that I make, which I'll do some videos on those. But I really would use fresh garlic for this recipe. It just tastes better. Has more of that garlic flavor. It's not as strong as the bottled garlic, I don't think. But yeah, you can. Who asked that, Kate?
Mima.
Huh?
Mima.
Mom! Can I use bottled garlic? No! Not for you, lady. Okay, there we go. Garlic's all ready.
That's good.
Sausage should be ready too. So let's go ahead.
Sausage is the best.
Yeah. Okay, Kate, come over here.
Okay.
Okay, so that nice beautiful color on there now, and I will go get my garlic. You stay over there.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run my knife through. There's a couple of big chunks.
Looking good.
Tons of garlic in there. And you want to just give that a stir and let it cook in the oil until it's really nice and fragrant. This is probably my husband's favorite part of this meal because he loves the smell of the garlic and the sausage cooking together.
I like the smell of the sausage.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Daddy is washing.
Daddy's watching me?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes, very nice.
Okay, my chicken stock.
Chicken stock.
Yes.
I'm
So
sitting
that's
over
done
here.
already. Like your garlic is cooked in there already. It smells delicious. It's got a nice little brown on it that quickly. And then I go right in and add my chicken stock to stop it from going too far.
Okay.
Then we'll add water as well to that. So also with this soup,
Kate is on.
I figured Kate would. Hi, crew kid. So with this soup, you could add onion to it as well. I personally love onion, so does my son. But my husband is kind of a picky eater. So, like with the kale, I don't add that till the very end. Kyler and I wilt that into our soup at the end. Normally you would just cut it up and put it right in your soup. But my husband doesn't really like green food. But I say that lightly as well because he likes random vegetables like artichoke isn't one that a lot of people love, or asparagus. He loves asparagus. A lot of people don't love that. But he hates onion. He doesn't like any type of cabbage. Leafy greens are really not his thing, unless it's a salad. He will eat a salad, but it has to be covered in ranch dressing. I did get him to eat roasted broccoli without cheese, which was nice. Sometimes I'll sprinkle Parmesan on it, but it just depends. Carrots he'll only eat with a ton of ranch. He's kind of a hard, not really like terribly difficult, but it is a little bit more difficult because I like onion. I like pretty much any food except for pot roast. I'll try any pot roast, but it's not my favorite. So I have to omit a lot of that kind of stuff. He likes the flavor of onion though, so I do use a ton of onion powder. Like I probably should have taken up stalks in onion powder. I'm just draining the water from my potatoes, and then we'll pop those in there. Anyways, that didn't get you, did it, Kate?
Yeah, Buck wants some. You need to do more of these videos so I can learn to cook more than mac and cheese.
Is that Kate?
Yeah. No, it's...
Who is it?
I have no idea.
Let me see.
Just right there.
Oh, Sierra.
Sierra.
Hi, Sierra. We'll see about doing. I'm going to try and do more of them, and it's going to be a lot of one-pan meals too, which are super simple. And I know that you're not like comfortable, I guess, or I don't know. Logan's talked to me about it a couple times, but I know a lot of super easy recipes that you would be really good at, and I am going to do videos of those.
Yes.
Anyway, so onion powder. I add a ton of it in here because I
know
cut up
when-
an onion. What?
So Jody, once cooked, Kyle wouldn't notice the onion once it's cooked, and Daddy said, "I know when there's onion, I promise."
It's not the flavor. It's the crunch of an onion. Like if I do put it in something, so I do make homemade salsa. Even my spaghetti sauce, if I buy like ragu versus making it myself with tomato sauce and doing all my own thing, I'll put the pre-made sauce through my food processor to whittle up all that onion and the tomatoes, because he doesn't like tomatoes. He loves salsa. He doesn't mind spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna and stuff like that, but the onions and that bite of tomato, I don't know. It drives me insane because I love food in general, and especially vegetables, and he's a little more difficult to cook for. So,
Kate said it's in his head.
yeah, you say that to his face, Kate. I dare you. Anyways, so a ton of onion powder. And then also, I should have my beans really quick. Get those cooking out in here as well. Oh, I might have added too much water.
Yeah.
Okay. So, onion powder, like I said, a ton of it for us. But if you like onion, go ahead and cut up a medium-sized onion and saute that up after you've added your sausage. I would saute the onion with the sausage. And then add your garlic at the very end before you add your liquid for the broth. Okay.
Looking good.
Yes, it is. I'm going to have to take some of this out, though, because we still have a couple things we need to add. So, we'll take a few cups of this out. There we go. Let me rinse this out, because I might need to add some more back in. Did you think that through? Oh, whoops. Okay, a little bit more. What? I can't see what's being said, Cake. You gotta tell me. Okay. What? So, give that all a stir.
No more for Daddy.
Who said that?
Me, Mom.
Yeah, that's an indicator of flavor. So, I need more onion powder in that.
Onion.
Yes.
I love onion powder.
Seasonal. Thanks again, Mom, for the seasonal, by the way. That has everything but the kitchen sink in it, it seems like, and it's freaking delicious. And then I still add, even though there's a ton of garlic in it, I still add garlic powder. I add garlic powder and onion powder to pretty much everything I cook. So. And probably after this, I'll try and list the exact measurements of everything. Normally, I'm like, do palmfuls or something like that. I'll try and get like an actual measurement of everything and give like a detailed recipe after the video's done.
Mima said yummy.
Yes, this is my mom's favorite dinner that I make, I think, ever. It is her all-time favorite. But she hates beans and most potatoes.
I don't really like beans either, but I eat them anyway.
I don't know how y'all don't like beans. A couple little pinches of salt. Give that a stir, and then I'm going to give that another taste. And see where we're at. Much better. Okay. Perfect. So that's all ready to go. Now we'll go work on the kale.
The kale.
Yes.
Yay.
Sorry. Okay. Let me clear this up really quick. It just had garlic on it, so not a big one. Alright. You can buy pre-chopped kale at the Walmart, any grocery store, it doesn't matter. I buy it like this because we don't use the kale enough. Like I said, Kyle doesn't like leafy greens. Kylie doesn't really prefer them. Sometimes she'll have the kale in her soup, sometimes she won't. It just depends. Kyler and I love it, but I don't ever use enough of it before it goes bad to buy the
Ashton June said, "Love you."
Oh, love you too, sis. Thanks. Easy way to do the kale is just pinch it like this and run your fingers down it, and it pulls it off the stem. Or you can just pull it off, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Wow, these are big pieces. But I'll still have a bunch of this left over that I'll probably fry up and put in eggs. Kyler and I love this stuff in eggs. I use it for all kinds of stuff when it's just him and I have leftover from sausage soup. But that's normally the only time I buy it because My family just doesn't eat that. I did get lucky for the most part because they eat most everything I make.
Yeah.
And they'll try anything. They'll try anything new. And they have to try it 3 times. That's always been a rule in our house.
Yeah.
Yep. And they've watched their dad try new things, which has helped them to be more willing to try stuff too, which is nice.
Yay.
Finally got him to like mushrooms a few years ago. Sauteed, delicious, yummy mushrooms. So, okay. So then I just kind of roll it up. Where's my knife? Uh-oh.
Your knife is in there. Why?
Okay, so anyways, I just kind of roll it up and then run my knife through it. I love kale. I like the big pieces of it running through my soup, so I don't really like chop it too much.
I'll have it sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. It depends on her mood, and I think some of the things that she doesn't like, she only doesn't like because Kyle doesn't. But that's just my opinion. But like I said, Kyle's pretty good about trying new stuff, and my kids are really good about trying new stuff, so.
Like cheese.
But
I'll try any cheese.
Yes, we eat a lot of cheese in this house. Yes. Okay. So let's check on the soup. We got 6 more minutes on the squash.
Squash. I like.
And this is fairly done. Let me check. Like, oh yeah. Oh, whoops. Yep. Yeah. So once your potatoes are done and everything, just put it on low. I like to let it stop doing the rolling boil before I add my heavy cream. Now, for us, I wait to add the kale until Kyler and I put it in our bowl of soup, and we just kind of fold it in that way. If you wanted to add kale, you could add it now. Your squash, when it's done, I just use my fork, fluff it up, scoop it out, put it in my soup, and stir it up. The thing with the heavy cream is it'll separate if it's, I feel like if it's too hot. I don't really know the exact reason why it does it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I do find that if you let it stop doing the rolling boil and then add your heavy cream, it doesn't separate. So let's go ahead and take this over here so I can show it and then we can end this.
You just want to end this, don't you?
A little self-conscious.
Oh no, why?
What?
Why?
So anyways, like I said, add your squash at the very end. Shush your mouth.
It's like, I'm not even going to answer you right now.
Who?
Me.
Oh. And then the heavy cream too was kind of up to how creamy you like it. Kyle likes a lot of cream in his sausage soup. He likes it super creamy, almost white, opaque color. But I mean, if you're being a little more health conscious, then don't add it. You don't have to do any one part of this. This is just the best way I've found and my recipe to it, but you can make it your own. It's pretty versatile.
Mima said me too.
Me too, what? Okay.
Oh, what you just said about that?
Yep. And there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that she likes it, a lot of heavy cream in it? Yeah. And there it is. It's a beautiful, hearty, yummy, feel-good soup.
I like recording.
You like recording?
I like doing this.
Good. You could be my new recorder.
Yay!
Anyways, so that's it. It's super simple. It's fairly fast. What takes the longest is your prep and the spaghetti squash. Ooh, whoops. The spaghetti squash. Anyways, that's what takes the longest. It kind of goes pretty quick once you get your sausage browned. It doesn't take that long. So, that's it. I'll post a picture of the soup at the very end with the squash and the kale in it on the comments, I guess, and the recipe, so that way you have an exact measurement of kind of what I use. And thanks for watching, and I love you guys.
Bye.